RCM, we're ready. Let's roll them. Good afternoon or evening. This is the Finance Committee meeting of Raleigh for October 1st, 2013. It's 7:16 p.m. and I'll call the meeting to order. First item on the agenda is to look at the minutes and approve them. We'll look at August 6th. Did everyone get copies of the minutes for August 6th?
Yeah, I left mine.
Okay. Do you have any corrections? I have some corrections on there, but I think there were a couple of misquotes. But did anybody else?
I didn't pick up on that.
Okay.
I wasn't at the meeting, so I don't
Okay.
have any knowledge.
Do you have any comments, Jamie?
I don't remember if I was at that meeting or not.
I don't know.
Which
These-
meeting you talking about?
This is the August meeting.
Well, this is the, isn't this,
Oh, I was. Yes, I was.
this is the August meeting, yeah.
That is
Right.
the August
Yeah,
meeting.
Jamie,
Right.
your name was
I
on
was,
here. They
yeah.
Yeah, but this is
accidentally-
Because they
September.
hired the primary.
Oh, this is September 1.
Right. No, mine, I have, what Jamie was looking at here was September. You have the
Okay.
August.
Yeah.
That's not a, okay.
Okay, you're trying, what's, okay,
Yeah, I don't
Who's on first?
believe
okay.
I was at that meeting because I looked through the notes and that did not look familiar. Yeah, no, this is when
Okay.
I was not in attendance.
All right, so you're absent.
August 6th meeting minutes, Jamie Snow was not present.
Was not.
Okay. So then there was just one comment in there that had Jamie, which was really Karen's comment. So I'll make those changes. Okay. So we'll review that again the next meeting. September 10th. Any comments on it?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we accept them.
Good.
I'll second that.
Okay. Sure. Okay, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So
Any
we
opposed?
approved the September 10th minutes.
Right, September 10th.
Motion by Mrs. Emery, seconded by Mrs. Snow. All in favor, okay.
Right. Okay, those are all the minutes, so let's move on to item 3, status report for the liaisons.
But first,
You sure?
Ron said there's no warrants. They have a couple of items outstanding that they're thinking about getting, but nothing that would require a warrant at this time.
Okay. Let's see, Sharon doesn't have anything. Sharon has volunteered to take over the Board of Health from me, so she'll be working with Frank on that. Council on Aging doesn't have any warrants that they're going to work on. And
The police and fire do not have any warrants that we are aware of.
okay.
In
Anything,
the
Peter?
school, we were supposed to have those communication meetings, and apparently somebody saw it fit to change them to 1 o'clock on a Thursday or something. So I emailed Patty, what's her name, Patty Morelli back, and I said I can't make a 1 o'clock meeting in the afternoon, and Karen did the same thing too. So I don't know what the story with that is, because I said any reason why they want to do this, and they said, well, they don't know. They said there's a couple of people that are pushing for an early meeting. They says, well, most of us have to work, and
Right.
so I don't know what the scoop is with that. That I just spoke to Patty today about that, so I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me to have a meeting though at 1 o'clock in the afternoon if they really want people to comment, he says, it's important that I go because I represent the finance committee, and I don't know. So he says, well, the superintendent hasn't decided one way or the other as of right now, so.
Yeah, okay. Good luck in getting it changed back,
Yeah, it's disappointing.
you know.
Might be, excuse me, yeah,
Sure.
might be worthwhile to put something in writing to let them know displeasure, so that you have a record, because that committee goes back to 12, 14 years back when Jack Demento and I used to go. And it's a valuable, I'm sure it still is, it's a
Yeah.
valuable meeting. It's when you get a lot of discussion between the towns and the school board.
Yeah, all the towns are
We need to be
represented.
represented by both the selectmen and
Absolutely.
the finance committee person. And I think that it was always done in the evening, and I understand that means it's a little difficult for the superintendent and the school people because they're there during the day, but the purpose of the committee originally was for the towns to get together with the school people, so.
Right.
And I think with budget season coming up, I think it's critical that, they go back to the evening schedules, or,
Yeah,
I'm not sure, how the other towns feel, but it would be worthwhile, and CC a copy to the finance committees and board of selectmen and the other two communities, so that. But that's just my suggestion. It's up to you people what you want to do.
It's a good
That's
suggestion.
to me, that's a
Right.
critical,
It's a good
that's a huge part of
suggestion.
our budget, and those meetings are critical in terms
Of
of
course.
communication.
and that's what I mentioned when I
Dealing with
said.
issues that, aren't really dealt with at the school committee meeting so much. It's
Yeah,
the great discussions and.
Okay, well, I'll work on getting a letter to the school committee, and then to the other finance committees or selectmen's of the other two towns. Okay, anything else?
Mr. Chairman, you'll call for a motion then to send that letter on behalf of the FinCom?
I guess so. Do I have a motion to send a letter?
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
I'll second it.
all right, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No opposed? Motion's passed. Okay. No other things, we'll move on to item 4, schedule of meetings. There's one other meeting next week on the 8th. Karen and Janet weren't able to be here because of other commitments, but I think they'll be able to make the 8th. Is the 8th still okay with everybody? Okay.
Fine.
All right. Other business, we still have the open item on the free cash, Peter, that you were interested in. And we'll try to set something up with Sue at maybe a later meeting in her convenience. But that's still an open item that we'll work on. And from what I see, we don't have too many items or warrants for the town meeting. I don't know whether, Debbie, you have any other inputs to that?
Well, the warrant will be given to the FinCom at next week's meeting. So
Okay.
the warrant closed yesterday at noon, so we're working on it. We have a legal review. It goes to the selectmen, and they approve everything that's on there.
Right,
At their discretion, and then once that's done.
but there is at least something to warrant a town
Yes,
meeting.
generally speaking, the medical moratorium bylaw that the selectmen have been discussing with the planning board, an article seeking the bond for the Sheehan Estates subdivision so that we can finish that project. We have to fund 2 union contracts. One was just signed off last week, so we have some calculations and things to do on that. That's a transfer article. And we have a couple of CPA-funded articles. One from the Board of Selectmen seeking some seed money to explore the purchase of 170 187 acres of land owned by the Girl Scouts here in Raleigh called the Girl Scout Camp. That's $10,000 CPA money. 18,000, the Concom has gotten the approval from the CPC for 18,000 to purchase a conservation restriction for the open space portion of the Brad Street property. And that's something that the legislature has determined is a requirement for land purchased, I believe, using community preservation money and set aside under Article 97 of the Constitution, and it's now needs this other layer of protection of a CR. So it's my understanding the Concom has had some dialogue with the Mass Audubon, and they have offered to hold that restriction and to cover those costs. This 18,000 would go towards that.
Okay.
With the repurposing of the common money.
That's happened just last
Yeah.
night, so actually I just got to write that up. There's a balance in this Town Common Restoration Tree Project. Mrs. Emery's on that committee. So because of the savings with the low bidder, the committee has asked the selectmen for permission to expand the project and is in phases. And the first phase would be to install light fixtures to kind of make it a historical ambiance there in the common, not just regular street lights with lines going everywhere. So there'd be underground wiring and lantern type fixtures. So those funds would be redirected to this end of it.
Okay. Well, one thing I wanted to point out to everybody at home especially is that, you know, this is your town and you've hired people and appointed people and have volunteers, and all those people are helping to run the town as smoothly as possible. And there's just so much that we can do up to a point, and there comes a time when you people have to participate. There's so much we can do, but we need your support and your participation at the town meeting on November 4th at 7:30 at Pine Grove School. And it may not seem like there's a lot there, but that's because the people are working behind the scenes to try to make things smooth, but we still need you to be there. And it's your town, it's your voice. A lot's been said the last couple of months and today about the government shutting down, and we certainly don't want Raleigh to shut down because of lack of participation. So we would appreciate you being there. Thank you. And with that, is there anything else?
Just mention quickly, Larry, that there is a quorum requirement of 100 registered voters, so that it's important that we get 100 people there, otherwise we cannot run the meeting. It would have to be postponed to a later time or canceled altogether, so.
Right, so bring a friend.
It's critical.
Or
It should be
two.
relatively brief, too. It's not gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be a
Right.
long, drawn out.
Okay. All right, anything else?
Make a motion to adjourn?
All right.
I'll
Motion
second.
adjourned, seconded by Steve. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.